Alright, so today we're gonna take a look at the combat of Arknights Endfield, something that I've been enjoying quite a lot and something that I've been putting time into. The more time I'm putting into it, the more I'm getting intrigued by it and the more combinations I see, and it's a blast to play. So, instead of just talking about everything, we are gonna start slowly with basic combat, basic attacks, skill point system, and then we are gonna get into abilities, combat reaction, physical reaction, elemental bursts, and elemental reactions. And at the end we can combine all of that and just see how the combat flows depending on what kind of team you are running. So, the basics of combat is every single character has a basic attack, right? So Surtur has a 5-sequence slash that deals heat damage, and every single character at the end of that sequence attack, which is a combination of attacks when you press abilities, have a final strike. The final strike is also really important because it regenerates, as you can see, finisher, it regenerates SP. SP is the skill point system. The skill point system can be seen here at the bottom. As you can see, every time I use a skill point, it uses the system. You may be wondering why it's regenerating so fast. So while you are out of combat, it regenerates really fast, so there is no downtime, especially when you go between packs of mobs. The thing is, since this is not a hack and slash action RPG that relies on fast combat, once you start your basic sequence attack, you are stuck in combat. So, like I can press WASD, try to move, I'm stuck. So your positioning and the way you position your character against an enemy is really important before you start attacking, right? Also, you have dodge, you can use dodge, and you can use dodge attack. Every character has dodge attack, every character has dodge, but every character has differences in how fast they attack. So Surtur here, for example, once she starts her attack, her final attack, it takes time to fill up, as you can see, but it does a lot of damage. And it fills up your SP bar really quickly. If I go into Gilberta, she has different things. If I go into the wizard Perlica, she also has different things. So every single character has different animations and how fast they do stuff. For example, Amber, instead of a 5-string combo like Leviathan, which she has 5, or Gilberta has 4, Amber also has 4. Why? Because she's using a great sword, and great swords are way heavier and way slower to use. But the final strike also does 35 stagger, which is way more than the rest. Perlica, for example, has 15. Gilberta, if you use her, she has 16, and Leviathan has 27. Obviously, I think Leviathan has like 20, but I have completely maxed out almost my Leviathan, like everything maxed out. One big thing I also want to mention that every single character has different animations to them. So, for example, Leviathan is a sword user. Her attacks are not gonna be the same as the other users that use the sword. So we can see that. Let's edit the theme, and let's put other sword users into play. So our main character is a sword user, Arknight is a sword user, and who else? Chen is a sword user.
Should we go?
So some attack faster, some attack slower, it all depends on the character. It doesn't depend on the weapon. It doesn't look like, oh, this character has a sword weapon, so they're gonna have the same sequence of attacks and same attacks. As you can see, MC is really fast. And she doesn't, for the final strike, she doesn't have that much of a wind-up. Arknight is also really fast. She relies on agility. And Chen also, she's like the fastest. So it all depends on your playstyle, how you want. You can like play the greatsword user and, you know, just attack with them since they have less sequences but they are slower. If you are more used to hack and slash, you just pick up a sword user and use it as the main character. Alright, I want to edit back the team, and the main team, Gilberta, Perlica, Amber. So this is a team of 4. Your max team is 4, you can have whoever you want. If you want, you can run like 4 defenders for all I care. Everything can be reacted upon between each other. Now, since we now know the basics, I want to get into skills and different things that every single character does. To make it even more simpler, I want to use the main combo skill of Leviathan and Gilberta. Leviathan is the horn girl, and Gilbertha is the best girl. Since I want to use only these two in combat, I want to show you the most important thing when it comes to Arknights Endfield combat. It is not the basic attacks, it is combo skills. So combo skills have a trigger effect like QTEs depending on what is happening in the combat. So when Leviathan skill triggers her combo skill, when combustion is dealt to the enemy, unleashes burning thorns that incinerate the enemy, does fire damage, does stagger, and also does heat resistance reduction. Every combo skill in the game also has a cooldown. As you can see, Gilbertha has a 24, Amber has 17, she has 28, and every single one has a different thing. For example, Amber's is really simple. Once you get attacked, her combo skill instantly triggers and she retaliates on the enemy. I want to show you that since it is really cool. And you can see how a combo skill can be triggered in the most basic things. And when it comes to basics, Amber is the most basic when it comes to stuff, but she's the most powerful. She's really simple to use, and you know, she teaches you on how things work. Let's find a group of mobs and just show you how a combo skill triggers. It's gonna pop out. Let's do attack. So final strike, bam. So I got attacked, and because I got attacked, she got retaliated. Alright, so that is the combo skill. The combo skill for Amber, as I said, it works if she gets hit. Not only she, if you use her in a team, anyone that gets hit on your team, she can retaliate with the combo strike. Now that we have covered the most basics of basics when it comes to combat, I want to show you how elemental bursts work and elemental reactions. And for that we are gonna need our duo team, which go well together really good. So Leviathan is a fire sorceress, Gilbertha is a giga support that controls the field, slows down enemies and lifts up enemies. And they combo off each other really good. When it comes to elemental reactions or combos, we can apply with Leviathan either Combust, or we can apply with Gilbertha Corrode. Combust does fire damage explosion, or Gilbertha does Corrode. Corrode applies a status of defense down on the enemies. We can do both of those depending on how we approach the elemental reaction. So the elemental reaction, first you need to apply something. So let's start with Gilbertha. We pull them in, and after the explosion, everyone is gonna get a nature buff. Now, I am gonna do a Combust. Combust is if I use my Leviathan, and she does fire, everyone explodes. Now, because everyone exploded, Leviathan can go into combo skill, and Gilbertha can go into combo skill of lifting the enemy. So yeah, you are using your basic attacks, and you are using your skills, and you are using your combos. Alright, we found an elite. This is gonna be way easier to explain. Too bad this game doesn't have a training dummy. I think a training dummy would be really good. I'm gonna start my combat with Gilbertha with 2. She's gonna do this. While she's doing this, we can attack with the basic attacks from Leviathan to get a little stagger and a little skill point. And right after that, I can do the skill from Leviathan into her, pulling nature damage. And we are gonna apply Combust. After the Combust starts, both of them are gonna trigger each other's combos, and then we can start with a Leviathan combo is gonna trigger first, which is gonna explode the enemy, and Gilbertha's combo is gonna start second, which is gonna lift the enemy. As you can see, bam. Let's start just normal attacks. Okay, attack. I'm gonna dodge this. Oh my god, never mind. Okay, so we do this. Boom. Leviathan goes Combust, explodes. Gilbertha goes in, lifts him up. Then we can do this again, and that's it. As I said, combo skills have a cooldown to them, but your skills don't. So you can always just go into a basic attack strings. The thing is, I have only shown you that you can do Combust. If I flip how I approach combat and the timing of combat, we can apply Corrode. Because Gilbertha is gonna be the last one that applies a status effect. So, the way I'm gonna approach this one is I'm gonna attack with my Leviathan first to apply heat, which is a fire dot, and then I'm gonna go and do Gilbertha, which is gonna do the explosion. Since her skill takes a while to explode, I can instantly start the combat with the heat. Okay, let's pull them in. Oh, this guy is an elite as well. Okay, we hate this guy. So we can do this. We applied heat. Gilberta is gonna come in, and she's gonna apply corrode. As you can see now, since corrode was applied, he has a defense down debuff. Since this guy still has nature, I can proc my Levitane's combo skill and Gilberta for the fly. And now I can do it again. Now he has that. Since my combo skill right now is on cooldown, I think maybe it's off cooldown now. Nah, it's still off cooldown, but it doesn't matter. I still apply the combust because elemental reactions don't have a cooldown. You can constantly apply them however you want. And this is only 2 characters, right? Once we add a 3rd character and 4th character into the mix, you can expect, yeah, like combo skill into combo skill, skill into combo, and so on and so forth. This is just basic reaction. We can either start with 1 or 2. So let's say I want to do combust here. You know what? I'm gonna do combust. And I'm gonna do ultimate because ultimate applies combust and heat damage. Let's do bam, bam, just circle it, man. And now both are triggered. And I'm dead because this guy does a lot of damage. But it's okay. Gilberta OP. I just didn't dodge. That's my problem. Yeah, I'm gonna dodge that. We can do this thing. And now we are gonna apply burst. So the way you apply burst is, if I do nature damage into nature damage, it's gonna explode into nature burst. And it takes a while to proc. That is how bursts work. So bursts work by doing 2 of the same elementals on the enemy back to back. So if you have, for example, 2 nature characters right now, Gilberta and another nature, we can do constantly burst damage. One of the best characters to do burst damage on is Perlica. Perlica's skill is really good, and she can apply burst damage really fast. The thing with Perlica is she attacks really fast, and she can do the final strike. The thing is, once she does the finisher of the 4 sequence attack, she instantly procs her combo skill. So she can proc her combo skill off herself. And not only her, but every single character, right? So skill triggers once somebody performs a final strike on the enemy. 28 seconds cooldown. And this is why I like Perlica, especially when it comes to elemental burst teams, because I can do this. Attack. Boom. Skill. Electrified. Electrified makes the enemy take more elemental damage. And now we can do another electrified. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we can apply electrified here, which is a dot that makes the enemies take more damage, especially against bursts. We can do this. We can do this. We can attack now. Final strike. We proc our combo. Boom, electrified. And then I can do another electrified. Because the nature debuff didn't go to waste. But we can also do this. Electric into nature. And then we got corrode. We got corrode again. But yeah, corrode always applies if the last damage dealt to the enemy was nature. So you can do fire into nature, it's gonna be corrode. You can do electric into nature, it's gonna be corrode. But if you do it the other way around, it's gonna be the last element of the elemental reactions. You also have cryo, which completely freezes the enemies, and you also have the physical statuses. As I said, we have lift up, knockdown, and knockback. A team we can use right now is, let's say Gilberta can lift up. Snowshine, which is a 7-star, she can counter, she has a perfect counter skill, and knocks back. And we can use Amber, which knocks down. I can show you that Snowshine, for her skill, does raises shield, temporarily greatly massively reduces damage. If attacked, performs a retaliation bash that deals physical damage, 30 stagger and knock back. So it looks like this. Bam. It doesn't matter. I can use Amber and then I can press 2 as well. So if the enemy attacks into the shield, they are gonna instantly get retaliated upon. You don't take damage, you get your skill points back, and she does a ton of stagger. It is one of the most broken skills in the game. The way you combo your knockdown is, first you can't instantly knock down an enemy with like Amber's skill, right? This huge AoE greatsword attack. you need to do it 2 times. The first time you attack with a physical status, they get a thing called invulnerability. Invulnerability is this, a broken shield, you will see it, right? Now they have this, so if I want to do a combo thing, I need to do it again. Boom. And then boom. Now they are knocked down. Okay, come on, man. Attack me, attack me, attack me, attack me. Boom, boom. So yeah. These two are absolutely broken together, and they are really fun to play, because you just... boom, boom. So the thing that just happened is my Snowshine retaliated, applied vulnerability, and then I pressed my 3 to apply knockback. So we can do this. And now he's knocked down. You can see how much the stagger he got. Now that he's knocked down, we can go into special animation for damage. Oh yeah, I forget, Gilberta's thing is there needs to be an elemental reaction. So if you do a physical reaction, it doesn't proc Gilberta's combo skill, which goes in and lifts them up. But it doesn't matter. Amber and Snowshine are one of the most broken pairs to use, and it's really fun, because you are using 2 tanks with Greysword, and you are just applying stupid stuff. So let's do Leviathan into Gilberta, into another user like Perlica that enables the elemental reactions even faster, and let's go into Amber that gives defense, and every time we are hit, she can retaliate back with her combo. Like, this is the main thing. Like, this is the premium team that you will see everyone use in the beta, but I have a few more teams that I kinda want to showcase. Boom boom, attack, combust. Gil, be nimble, Gil, be quick. Also, I'm never even using my, like, ultimates, because ultimates add another variety of things to do. Because once you proc an ultimate, like, I can proc this. I can proc an ultimate on my Gilberta without switching to her. But if I, for example, am on Gilberta, I use, like, the ultimate from Perlica, she can cast it on her own. There are some characters, like Leviathan, where you need to main control the character. So even if you're not main controlling, for example, I'm on Gilberta, but if I press my ultimate on Leviathan, the game is automatically gonna transfer me to Leviathan, because she's like the main source and carry of the team. Like, she's a hyper carry, right? And you need to control her like this. So yeah. Also, when in Leviathan's ultimate, obviously she applies a ton of fire damage. So when you are doing like this AoE insane combo with the flame sword, every time you hit, she does heat damage. And then you can combine that ultimate and heat damage into heat into nature, apply corrode, nature into heat, apply combustion, activate combo, activate this, Perlica activates herself, Perlica activates the combo electrify, the enemy takes more damage from elemental, the enemy has a lower defense because of corrode, the enemy is taking fire because of heat and combust. And just, it goes on and on and on, right? You can say, oh, but I can just spam stuff. Yeah, you can spam stuff, but because you are spamming, you don't get the correct elemental reactions when it's timed. You kinda don't have the necessary burst if you want. So sometimes in combat, it's way better to just wait for like a second or two and maybe just put in a few basic attacks, get some extra energy, and then start combining elemental reactions with physical reactions, with elemental bursts, into another elemental reaction, into combo skills, into this, into that, and then go back to basic sequence attack, and it just goes on and on and on. Like, depending on which team you use, you can just constantly cycle an enemy or do some crazy stuff, and it feels really satisfying to pull off. Alright, we are in a rift. The rift is pretty equivalent of the daily stuff where you farm your dungeon to get the necessary resources to level up your characters. So I'm gonna start. Boom. And we are gonna do the same stuff we learned. So apply nature. Ah, damn. Oh no, you're not gonna. Apply electrify, trigger Gilberta. You see, I get out of electrify, this. You see how I can just spam and I didn't do anything. Now, let's try resetting the rift and actually do the combo how it needs to be done. Because right now, I did everything wrong, completely wrong. I did my sequence of my elemental reactions and the skills that I pressed completely wrong, and I didn't get like back to back to back to back combos, and like I didn't burst the enemy really fast. Also, one big thing is it's really hard sometimes to finish your final strike because the enemies can knock you back. Like when the enemies do a really heavy attack and really frequent attacks, you can be in a basic combo sequence and sometimes they are gonna attack you and you're gonna get like knocked out of your combo and you're not gonna finish your finishing strike and you're not gonna get your SP. So you need to know when to apply basic attacks and you need to know your positioning, right? Especially since Leviathan, for example, as I said, her finishing attack, as you can see, is a big wind-up. But yeah, let's start this how it needs to be started. So we are gonna start with Gilberta, pull everyone in, apply nature stuff, he's gonna attack me, apply combust, boom, apply up, combust, lift, attack, and that's how we do it. His HP is gone. We can, boom, electrify, end him. There we go. Now we wait for the second wave. Now the second wave, we are gonna try to do the same thing. We got attacked, triggered the combo from that, boom, combust, Gilberta goes in, Leviathan goes in, boom, 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 and now we can knock him back. Ah, okay. That was really bad. That was really, really slow. Some people are gonna be, yo, why are you running just press dodge? The thing is, the dodge window in this game is really small. It really feels nice when you pull it off, but the way you pull it off, you need to completely learn the timings of every single elite and enemy. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm talking way too much, but I'm trying to explain everything in a simple manner so people can understand what's going on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna apply this. I'm gonna apply corrode on this guy. So heat into energy, boom, into up, boom, into ultimate, boom. This thing as well, he's dead. Because the electrify did 85k damage. Perlica OP because I'm running Perlica as a Giga support DP, like not even a support. You can run Perlica as a support, you can run Perlica as a hyper carry. I'm running her as a hyper carry, like. Okay, let's knock him down. So knock down because the double, right? Let's pull everyone in. I hate these assassin guys. Holy, they completely annihilate your whole team. Let's lift up. And they also dodge from your elemental bursts and stuff. As you can see, assholes, man. These assholes. I'm gonna heal with my amber and apply reduction shield. Okay, so obviously nature, boom, boom. Because it's nature and we did the fire from Surtur's skill or Leviathan, it applied combust, and because it applied combust, what did we get? We instantly got the combo skill of when a combustion is dealt to the enemy, you unleash like smoldering thorns, which is called like that. But you can do even more combinations because, let's do this. I want to start like basic combo string. Because when I finish my basic combo string, my Perlica is gonna trigger, and then my Gilberta is gonna trigger, and then she's gonna pull everyone up, then I can do my combustion into this, the guy's dead. Get shit on, man. Get wombo comboed like a Tekken character. Okay, let's pull everyone in. We can apply ultimate and electrify with this. And then we can do... Oh, shit! Oh, it didn't. Ah. Okay, let's apply corrode. So he has fire. Now corrode. Gilberta triggers, lifts them up. Get lifted, bro. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I really wanted to show the combat system in the best possible light today because it's really, really fun and it's really addicting. Like just when the whole camera and stuff, slows down, you can see that this game is not ZZZ, this game is not Wuthering Waves. You shouldn't compare those systems and combat like Devil May Cry. It's like going into a Dark Souls stream or game, or going into Dark Souls, or going into Monster Hunter and saying that this combat is bad and clunky because it's not Devil May Cry. So games like Wuthering Waves and ZZ, which are more action combat hack and slash based, where the dodge system and everything is way more forgiving and you spam your attacks way more, is completely different than a system like this, which is more elemental trigger, reaction timing and all that stuff, right? Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, your mind bitch. Lift him up. I'm gonna electrify your ass, electric burst. I'm gonna ult your ass to slow you down. Do this. Come on, man, gimme. I'm gonna combust your ass into triggering this. Oh, you get stunned. Oh my god, get stunned, you stupid worm. Anyways, we hate this stupid worm. Trust me, it is one of the worst things ever. You will experience the joy of fighting him. But yeah, I wanted today to show you the basics of combat in Arknights Endfield, the advanced combat, how everything works, how elemental reactions work, how elemental bursts work, how physical reactions work, knock down, knock up, lift up, and so on, how combo skills work of every other character, so everything can be intertwined in between. Just changing your one character in your team can completely shift the whole focus of the whole team and how you approach stuff, especially when it comes to all the reactions. How different ultimates can react of each other depending on what the enemy has when it comes to the debuffs and the dots. There is heat, there is the corrode thing, there is the electrifying thing, there is also cryo, which I don't use that much because there is not that much cryo damage currently. The little pink girl, which is called, I think, Yvonne, she's a cryo DPS, so we are gonna get her really soon, and then I'm gonna do some cryo DPS shenanigans where we can freeze stuff and do even more damage. So I'm looking forward to her. But yeah, the system is really well thought out. Every day that I log on and the more time I put into this combat system, the more I'm falling in love with and the more I'm getting satisfaction from it. And I'm not even scratching the surface of what is possible. That's it. I think I yapped a lot today. Hopefully everyone understood everything. I'm sorry if I was not coherent about some things, but it is the way it is. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Gil be nimble, Gil be quick, Gil be nimble, Gil be quick.